There. That's where I come from. Exactly.
Which one? The one where the girl's going?
Yeah.
David!
Denny? Denny! Thank you.
Does this make sense? You don't touch very often, David. Do you know that? Don't answer with a joke.
Touching. It's a subconscious conditioning going back to one's first lectures in criminal law. Touching is a battery, an assault. All right, we'll clean up the words later. Just listen.
I am.
Now, if you've ever done crime at the dirty end of the market, you've had your fair share of the indecent assault brigade. You've been paid to say, it's all a mistake, Your Worship. God, you're right. Being paid to disguise the truth produces one of the shiniest cancers in any human tissue. But if you played that game, then when you touch, you do it for an express purpose which can't be misunderstood.
David, we're not in a court of law or in your office. Here.
Yeah, it's all right. You think you can separate me from my office? Please try, but it may be too late. My skin's my suit. Just understand what happens to me and what has happened. I sit across the desk from children who've been ill-treated, assaulted, abandoned, those who've beaten them and left them. Old ladies who've been bound, gagged and robbed. I talk with the idiot whose only solution to his own predicament is grievous bodily harm.
David,
I don't deal with them by wearing my heart on my sleeve. I have to withdraw. My service as a lawyer is to remain detached. Emotion blurs the edges of a brief. Miners catch silicosis, lawyers objectivity. I go home to what's normal. If I can't, I work late nights.
You no longer handle these cases.
Oh no, it's subtler now. It's money, it's not woundings. I can see the cancer, but to be physician to my own complaint would be to deny myself. I am the product of my own decisions. Jesus, I know it. I've also cut the toenails of a 5-year-old.
Mrs. Nash will be returned to you.
Thank you.
You have a trip?
No.
One time Tony tripped to see the sun come up. Do you believe in magic, Mr. Person?
No. Tony asked me that.
And it was beautiful. Snow. Snow all place. Tony had no boots, so he went in the snow. This was dawn, right? And he went to the flea market. And the stalls and things, they weren't up yet. You know the flea market?
I've seen it.
Right behind where Rembrandt Harmens van Rijn keeps his drawings. And Tony went there. And there, in the middle, nothing else, in the snow, in the white open place, there was a pair of shoes, his size. You ever spent whole days in a mental clinic? People, really very human beings dressed up in second-hand jackets and woolen pullovers eating oranges. Tony could spend hours explaining where the hand towels were kept.
When?
After his wife. His wife was Marianne after she died.
How did she die?
She just did. Tony was 17. Marianne was 17. I'm 20. And I feel 40, you know. When everything goes, you either split or you want everything precise. Beautiful. He believed everything could happen. He'd work very hard to make it. When it didn't.
You get frightened?
Right.
Because there was no magic?
He believed your wife could happen. I used to think he'd really got it together. What he wanted to do, how to do it. But he hadn't. I'd just do anything for him. I wanted anybody blamed for what happened to him. Anybody.
Innocent?
These are so precise. They can last for 100 years. Do you like this room? I love him.
Will you believe I do the person you've placed in jeopardy? Will you tell Inspector Bertram where Tony got his acid?
Be kind.